Justice be with us, and these are your children, the sons and daughters of the state. You're welcome. We also would like to recognize the presence of our patron of the day, Professor Dana Wood. You're welcome with us, and we appreciate your time. Honorable Malene Honorable Mahmoud Solomon, Honorable Bob, Honorable Paul Mayo Professor Dinago, Honorable Philip or Richard, Honorable Paul Madid, the former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Honorable Ben, and all my brothers, and the Minister of Information for Lagos State, Honorable Paul Zabiat, representing the Governor. All are welcome, and we are about to begin our program. Delegates, let us now welcome my colleague who will be moderating with me, Malana Denbur Madi, to start us off on this program, and then we see how it goes. Malana, welcome.
Thank you very much, Malana. I welcome you once again, our dear elders, our dear leaders, lecturers, students, and youth leaders who have been invited. We want to apologize for starting late. We mentioned in our program that we were supposed to start exactly at 12, but because of unforeseen circumstances, we're delayed until this time. So we're going to start our program straight away. For some of you who have seen the program lineup, we are starting with the prayer. We'll have a word of prayer, and immediately after prayer, we're going to have the welcoming remark, and we're going to have agenda setting for this occasion. So without further ado, let me request if there's a member of the Christian faith around to come forward and give us a word of prayer in the next 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
Let us bow down for word of prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Our dear Heavenly Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we say thank you for making this forum a reality today. We invite, O Lord, your Holy Spirit, come upon us. Lord, have mercy on us. Bless everyone who has come, Lord, and those still on the way, Lord, may you bless them too. Father, all the deliberation we commit them to your hand. Without you, Lord, nothing we can achieve. You are our light, Lord. We welcome you in our midst. Baba, bring peace, bring love. And bless all our elders and our sons and daughters who attended this forum. And may this forum continue to lighten the way of interaction. Lagos State, bless everyone. In Jesus' name I pray.
Thank you so much for the word of prayer. The protocol, we would request if there are some members who are still outside, they should come inside because we are starting our program immediately. Now I'm going to read out the program. For some of you who have got the program lineup, after the word of prayer, we are going to begin with official welcoming remark from the chairperson of Aramweer Intellectual Forum, and we are going to have an induction of the founders of this body. And immediately after that, we're going to have a word from the government of Lagos State. We have the representative of the state government here, Honorable Hote, the State Minister of Information, is going to read out a statement from the government. After that, we are going to have the ribbon cutting, which is going to mark the official launch of Aramweer Intellectual Forum. And we're going to begin with the first session presentation, which is going to have 3 panelists, and and one moderator and a presenter. We also are going to have a second session immediately after the first session, which is going to have 3 panelists and 1 presenter. And then the third and finally we'll conclude by giving the space to our leaders and the academics who have been invited to give their remarks, and we'll call it a day. So generally our plan is that this occasion will take at least a maximum of 5 hours or 4, but because we also consider that we have elders among us who may need to excuse themselves in the process, we want all the panelists to respect our time. The little time that we're going to give you, we would hope that you're going to prepare yourself and comment within that specific time. So our dear leaders, it is my distinguished honor to invite the chair of Aramweer Intellectual Forum to welcome you officially. Magog Mayak, you're welcome.
Thank you, Molaka Deng, the co-MC. Guest of honor, Honorable Justice Ayangkom, the patron of the day, Professor Dengawu Wenyin, Honorable Mayor Makage, our National Member of Political Bureau of the SPLM, and a former Minister of many ministries, Ambassador General Malek Ruben Riak, Professor Benigo Akok Kachol, Honorable General Mahmoud Salomon, Dr. Victoria Nip, Honorable Engineer Napoleon Adok, Honorable Adak Costa Mokor, the Chair of the SPLM Women's League, protocol in place, fellow members of the Aramweer Intellectual Forum, good afternoon. I'm so much delighted to stand before you on behalf of the Aramweer Intellectual Forum as we launch this historic movement. It's a historic movement because as we gathered here, but it's also for the next generations, successive generations that will follow. We inaugurate the Aramweer Intellectual Forum, an institution born from a reflection, necessity, and a deep love for our community, Aramweer. We have come together to ignite a movement that recognizes knowledge as a tool for empowerment, dialogue as a path to unity, and ideas as the true engine of a community progress. At the heart of this organization, or rather movement, is a principle that has guided societies for centuries, and it's called the Ubuntu philosophy. I am because we are. It reminds us that our humanity, wisdom, and identity are enriched by the collective strength of our community together. Ubuntu teaches us that no intellectual journey is meaningful unless it uplifts the people. AIF is therefore not just an organization, it is a commitment to shared humanity, shared progress, and responsibility. And then it leads us to the question, who is an intellectual? And what is intellectual's contribution to a society? An intellectual is someone who thinks, who worries, who constantly asks questions on the progress, on the problems, and provide answers to the society. And so what can an intellectual do? An intellectual contribution is the ability to use knowledge, whether gained from books, lived experiences, or community wisdom to improve society. It is the act of transforming ideas into solutions, turning understanding into action, and applying our collective insight to build a better present and a stronger future together. As one thinker famously said, the duty of the intellectual is not to stand apart, but to stand with the people, illuminating the path, challenging stagnation, and imagining a nation worthy of its children. Intellectual contribution is not reserved for professors or elites. It is the everyday reasoning of a farmer adapting to new technologies, the wisdom of an elder, such as a young Professor Cook, and the rest of us who are here, guiding the community, the passion of a student, such as many of us who are here, striving to learn, and the courage of a young leader, challenging all barriers. It is the recognition that ideas, when shared, can heal wounds, prevent conflicts, and inspire transformation. This forum, Aramweer Intellectual Forum, is therefore not simply an organization. It is a home for ideas, a bridge between generations, and a platform where knowledge meets responsibility. Aramweer, as a community, holds a proud place in South Sudan history of struggle and resilience. As documented in our forum profile, as you have it on our brochure, this community has long served as a breeding ground for leaders who have transformed knowledge into patriotic action, contributing immensely to the birth of the Republic of South Sudan. Let's congratulate the Aramweer community. Aramweer, oye! But then, history alone does not guarantee progress. The challenges of nation building remain with us. Our young country faces governance gaps, educational barriers, and the legacies of past injustices. These realities demand not silence, but organized and coordinated intellectual energy. And that's why Aramweer Intellectual Forum is here. How did the idea of Aramweer Intellectual Forum come about? This forum was founded because intellectuals in legislate, Aramweer, and South Sudan have for too long lacked an organized platform for engagement. Many have been sidelined, misunderstood, or left without meaningful ways to influence development. The forum, Aramweer Intellectual Forum, exists to change the narrative of engagement, the narrative of collective thinking, the narrative of us together. As our forum profile again clearly states, development is not only material progress, but the realization of progressive and coordinated ideas rooted in the lived experiences, as I said before, aspirations and collective hopes for the people. As we affirm today that AIF, Aramweer Intellectual Forum, is not just a legislative initiative. It is a national think tank, and it will be a national think tank, committed to shaping discourse, policy, and intellectual culture across our state and our republic. AIF, therefore, has been established. One, there are 5 main objectives of this forum. One, create safe, structured spaces for debate, mentorship, research, and public engagement. Equip youth with leadership skills, academic support, and opportunities for growth. The other objective of this forum is to elevate the voice of the people of Aramweer, people of Lagos State, in policy discussions and national development, to champion literacy, governance reform, and cultural preservation. We will be the ambassadors for education, for our state, for our younger generation. And finally, the other objective is to strengthen cooperation among South Sudanese intellectuals at home and in the diaspora. The chunk majority, I know the diasporans are now following us closely online. We call them the 9th county of Aramweer of Lake State. Lake State has 8 counties, but we say our diaspora wing is the 9th county. Let's shout out to the diaspora. They have done so much for us, and we hope that their contribution will continue as they serve our community. And so today, as we affirm these objectives, not as words on paper, but as a commitment to action. And our vision is straightforward, yet transformative. A prosperous society that values ideas as the foundation of progress. Our mission is equally powerful: to foster collective ideas, idea sharing, build capacity, and address the social, educational, and intellectual needs for the good of Lake State, Aramweer, and South Sudan. These are not just statements, they are promises that we must uphold as with integrity, humility, and discipline. We recognize the fundamental truth that any progress, politics, any meaningful leadership, it starts as local. Politics is local before it becomes national. And that's why we are here as a family. It's not a matter of segregation, but we have to get it right. If we get it right at the level of Aramweer, we'll get it right in Warab, we will get it right in Western Equatoria, we will get it right in Central Equatoria, we will get it right in Jonglei, we will get it right in other Unity states. We border about 6-7 states. So if we get it right, the whole country will get it right. And so, as a chairperson and the face of this organization, this is a big commitment, it's a big challenge that we are undertaking. And so we must nurture intergenerational dialogue as part of this challenge, so that the wisdom of our elders, all of you sitting in the front here, strengthens the dreams of our youth. We must expand opportunities for students by fostering partnerships with the universities, donors, and institutions. We must encourage research and publications that influence policy making and amplify our community's voice. We must embrace collaboration across states, across borders, and across disciplines to learn from others and share our knowledge with the world. The forum has a structure, and so with these few remarks, allow me to take this moment to introduce to you our able leadership that has been working for the last 6 months or so, putting all the ideas together for us to arrive here today. May I call the leadership to come forward? Molana Demkur, Molana Kajon Makoy, Ustaz Biluma Baker, Comrade Hote, come forward, and the rest of the leadership. Dr. Johnson Sabin Madit, come forward, and let's perhaps stand in the order of our small leadership. Christine Nenakon. Okay, Nenakon is part of the leadership, but she's so committed. David Arik, if you are here, please join us. It is a bigger community, but this is the phase as we start. We say it's an interim phase, but this is a platform for the people of Aramweer, for the people of this. But at least people must lead, must drive this agenda. I'm the chair. Dr. Samir Khalid is the deputy chair. And Ustaz Biluma is our director for research and training. Denkur is the interim secretary general. Ustaz Molana Kachol is our director for programs and partnership. And Comrade Paul is our key advisor and a key member to the leadership. This is, we also have expenses for the diasporans who would also be involved, and it cannot be expanded. I think with that, may I ask you to have a seat. And I would like to end it here, but there is a process and officially launching our forum. Sorry, there is, the governor was to come, but he is engaged in his state. And he said, I give you my blessing. And he has written a beautiful statement, which will be read out by his Minister of Information and Culture, Honorable Hote. You are welcome before we get to the ribbon cutting.
Thank you. I'm going to do a very brief process directed by the government or chairman. I've already a statement of our government. The secretary is very good. What I do that, we're quite Aramweer, working by Honorable Justice Yankom Eleva, the President Lakes, Professor When Eleva, stars now, together down here, Aramweer, in Danota, with the chair of Aramweer Intellectual Forum, the civic protocols at various levels. By one lakes, you were quite a good man. With other youth leaders, with other young leaders, with other professionals, total on behalf of our governor, General Mabo, Wajamoth. And it's all Portugal, I am. The state minister for information and dates, and I've been tasked by our governor to read out the statement to this esteemed gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, although I am unable to join you physically, I am honored to deliver this message on launching the Aramweer Intellectual Forum. Today marks an important milestone for Lake State and South Sudan as a whole. This forum stands as a testament to our shared belief that knowledge is the driving force of progress and the foundation upon which strong societies are built. The sons and daughters of Lakes State have a proud legacy of intellectual contribution, shaping governance, expanding education, and guiding our communities through both challenges and triumphs. It is through their wisdom and disciplined thinking that we continue to uphold the spirit of security without compromise, ensuring that peace, order, and stability remain the cornerstone of our development. Equally vital to our success is the unity of purpose that binds us together. Progress is never the work of individuals alone, but the result of a community moving in one direction with shared values and common vision. The Aramweer Intellectual Forum reflects this spirit of unity by bringing together elders, youth, scholars, and leaders to harness their collective intelligence for the benefit of all. As governor, I reaffirm my full support for this novel initiative and encourage every stakeholder to contribute meaningfully to its mission. Let us continue working together as government, intellectuals, civil society, and wider community of lakes, building a lake state that is enlightened, secure, and united. With knowledge guiding our steps, unity shaping our actions, and ongoing security protecting our people. I'm confident that the future of our state and nation is bright. Let's stay first. I thank you for your attention. Subsequently, as advised and guided by the moderators, the function is declared on behalf of Section of the Governor, which is declared public. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Paul, for those beautiful remarks. Now we are going to the last organizational session, and that is the cutting of the ribbon. You are highly welcome, Honorable Dr. Diomatok. Thank you very much for attending our event. We are going to the last session, the protocols. Molana, the protocols, let them bring in the cake, because we're going to cut it and then go to the next program. There was recognition done earlier when I was not here, and it would be wise enough for us to recognize those who just arrived, starting with Honorable Dr. Diomatok, who is formerly the minister in various ministries. We have also Ambassador Victoria Adib-Majur, the IGAD head of mission to South Sudan, and also formerly served as Undersecretary in the Ministry of Health. We have Dr. Dak Costa Mapur, the chairperson of the SPLM Women League in South Sudan. We have Monana Diana Kegonga, the head of the legal administration in the office of the president. We have Dr. James Yashburn, a member of the academic community. We also have the PhD candidate, Morana Tom Koini, who is also with us here. We have Jenkwe Maring Anyuan, an opinion leader, and youth leaders also we've invited from different communities, led by Comrade Emmanuel Lagu Kose, the former guild president of Aramweer University, Chotona Jing, the former information secretary for South Sudan General Students Union, Maulana Mario Kermajuk, and also we recognize the presence of our leader of Lake State Youth Union, Justin Majak. You're highly welcome. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to this process now, and we're going to wait for the chair. Yeah, we're going to call all the members of the AIF to come forward, including those who are outside. And I also want you to invite the guests of honor and the members of the high table to officially cut the ribbon, and then we'll start our program. We also have, already we did recognition, but it's also important that we recognize them again. Honorable Tom Dingane, the former State Minister for Health for Northern Bargazal State, James Marwaj Malith, the chairperson of Bargazal Youth Union, has also arrived. Tom Ane is serving also together with Dr. Diomatok in the African Center for Conflict Resolution and Peace Building, think tank body that was established a few months ago and is led by Dr. Diomatok. So, Agok, you can take the floor and
now we are about to start a very important session. It's the official launch. We'll start with a ribbon cutting, and then we'll get to the yummy part, the cutting of the cake, and then we finalize. And so may I take this opportunity, therefore, to invite the guest of honor, Justice forward, to honor us in cutting the ribbon and officially launching Aramweer International Forum. Together with Justice Ayak, may I call Professor Dengaur, the patron of the day, to come forward as well. As gender dictates, and this is a constructive platform, may I also invite Honorable Adak Costa, the chairperson for the SPLM Women's League, to come forward. Honorable Victoria Lip, Dr. Victoria Lip, come forward. You will actually guide us in cutting this cake. Professor Cook, come forward. Honorable Mayor, come forward. We are starting with the cutting of the ribbon. So the members of IF, let's give them space. But we will hold, that's all, and we face the ribbon.
Okay, we move to the ribbon, our elders, and all those that have been called upon. Professor Amigo, Honorable Paul Mayor, welcome. Let's join us so that we can cut the ribbon. And General, you can. Honorable Mahmoud, yeah, the secretariat will give the space, only with the chairman, so that they can have the space to cut the ribbon. Welcome. Honorable Borbele, join us. Yes, we are making history, so all of us have to be seen there. Yes, congratulations. Now, the International Board is successfully born. Let's come and celebrate the birthday, Victoria. Let's celebrate the birthday of Aramweer Intellectual Forum. Welcome, all of you. Welcome. He's 1 day old, eh? Or 1 hour old. 1 minute old. Welcome, welcome, our elders. Welcome. It's a very lucky baby to be born in the presence of all these guys. Yeah? These are the godfathers and the godmothers of the Aramweer Intellectual Forum. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Aramweer Intellectual Forum. Congratulations. Now we can share the cake. Maybe our sisters can help us in sharing the birthday cake of Aramweer Intellectual Forum. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the seats. Thank you so much. Yes, our sisters will help us in sharing that sweet and beautiful cake. Now we continue with our program. As you settle back on your seats, we will continue with our program. Yes, we also recognize the presence of Dr. Ziad, the Managing Director of our Researchers and Academic Forum. Welcome, Dr. Ziad. Okay. We also recognize the arrival of Justice Robert Mandela. You're welcome. The former Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Honorable Agong Mahfoud, you are also welcome. I think already Honorable Hote Malik, we bless you because Honorable Agong just came in and you went out. So we apologize. We will accommodate you when you come back. Thank you.
vậy mà. Cái còn rồi có để tưởng nó có lần cái.
Well, thank you very much. We welcome our new guests who just arrived. Led by Justice Ruben Manuel, the former Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, and Honorable Bob Makur, also the former Deputy Minister of Finance. We are going now into the program, as it was read out earlier. We're going to the first session of this program, but Charlie will just give us like 5 minutes so that the organizer remove this. The presenter is going to make a projection.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Hello, Mom. Hello. Yeah, the guy could suppose. Hello.
We are going to have one of the very entertaining programs. For those of you who like poetry, we will have a poem. We will have a poem presented by one of our young daughters on the next stage. She has written a very nice poem, and she's going to present it in the next 3 minutes. Our sister Igai, if you are ready, you can come forward and recite your poem in the next 3 minutes, as we are all organizing to welcome the panel.
Very good afternoon. all the protocol respectfully remain observed. My name is Ngaya Young, and I'm here to present to you a precise poem. Here to read the road, the choice, and the differences. Look, I'm standing in this yellow road, two roads splitting like a heartbeat, deciding whether to break or to blow. I'm just one traveler, one body, one mind, wishing I could live two lives at once. But life doesn't work that way. Now life is a one-way drum that never stops beating. I stood long, listening to the silence breath, trying to see the end of a road that carved ways like a secret I wasn't ready to know. Both roads looks the same. Don't let the fairy tale fool you. There was no golden path, no shining sign saying this way to destiny. Just that, leaves and possibility. So I choose. Not because the path was special, not because it was easier or harder, but because something inside me rose and whispered, walk. So once you walk, you don't walk back. Way leads to way, doors leads to door, movement turns into memories. So you can't rewind or bend. Years from now, ages and hedges hence, I will tell it with a breath heavy as a sight. Two roads diverge in a wood. And listen, that choice didn't just change my journey. It changed me. It carved differences into my bond. It turned my footsteps into a story worth telling. Two roads, one choice, and that has made all the differences. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Igai. That was a nice poem. We are connecting the projector. And as we're doing that, we recognize the support given to us by the media houses, among them the Lex Media, the Nice Media, and the Young Media that are now streaming live our program. We thank you very much who are watching online from Australia, from the United States, from East Africa, and the rest of the countries abroad, and also throughout the country, South Sudan. We would wish you to follow with the next program, which is going to be the panel discussion. So we're going to have three programs, the three panel discussions, and we're going to have a few encouraging remarks from our elders. So we thank you very much for following us, and we ask you to keep following our conversation.
Kurang bây giờ kurang được cái gì cái gì nếu là ra luôn còn thôi bây giờ còn có nhớ là
presentation by organized the official launch of Aramweer Election Forum, which is happening right now here at Imperial Plaza Hote in Melbourne. Of course, the elections of Aramweer. We'll be listening to the presentations.
Well, I think it's clear now. That's very clear. We're going to call forward the presenter of the first panel, who is going to lead us through a topic called Late State Heritage, Identity, and Leadership, Lessons from History. For some of you could be seeing it from up there. The main presenter of this program is General Honorable Hote, the former governor of Eastern Lake State. General, you are highly welcome to present in the next 15 minutes.
Good afternoon, members of Aramweer Intellectual Forum, my elders, guests of honor, and the patron of the day, who also doubled as my mentor and teacher, Professor Dema Wood, the executive of the Aramweer, and all the membership that are present here, including our distinguished guests from other states. The work given to me under the topic Lake State Heritage, Identity and Leadership, Lessons from History. In the first place, I would want to prematurely apologize for maybe if I have omitted anything or maybe I have infringed anybody in the literature that I have prepared here, or maybe left behind or did not include or mention any significant contribution by any community of Aramweer. So, to begin with, the topic is Lake State Heritage, Identity and Leadership, Lessons from History, presented by Maulana Hote, myself. Introduction. Aramweer is an acronym of two Dinka words, that is Aram, meaning meeting point, and Weer, the plural of work, referring to a lake. Hence, the name Aramweer got derived from the combination of the two words, Aram and Weer, to mean a region where lakes meet. It is a geographical area situated in the heart of South Sudan, inhabited by 6 heterogeneous communities, Agar, Kiet, Rel, Aliap, Gok, and Bele. That is also known as Jurbel. It is bordered by 5 states: Unity State from the north, Warab State from the west, Jonglei State from the east, Central and Western Equatorial States from the southwest. Its population is estimated at 1.5 million people. The numerous lakes with which the area is endowed fosters and enhances its socio-economic development, making it one of the richest states in the Republic of South Sudan. The abundant water resources constitute twin characteristics of a curse and a blessing to the people of Aramweer, as its seasonal scarcity breeds conflict and turmoil, motivated by ignorance, social pride, and greed, exacerbated by proliferation of firearms. On the contrary, its abundance flourishes and incentivizes significant fishing and pastoral economic activity. It is worth recalling that the people of Aramweer practice subsistence farming and small-scale business. This is in addition to traditional industries such as canoe making, hose, axes, and other metallic equipment. The languages spoken in the area are predominantly Inca or Kien, Dogrel, and Bele languages. This is the introduction I made about what is Aramweer and who are those people in Aramweer and what do they do. The faith or religious belief is Christianity, marginal Islam, animism, and atheism. Atheism means those who don't believe in anything. They are called atheists. The topic is divided into three subheadings as follows. One is heritage. Heritage, the term heritage refers to a legacy from the past, including tangible and intangible elements that are valued, inherited, and passed down through generations. It also means things like historical buildings and artifacts, handcrafted or made, or built heritage, natural land, sea resource, and wildlife, that is natural heritage, or traditions, customs, beliefs, and skills, cultural heritage, intangible heritage. A person's family or ethnic identity is also considered their heritage. Our heritage is what we have inherited from the past to value and enjoy in the present and to preserve and pass it to the future generations. That is about the heritage in terms of definition, academic definition. The heritage, the Aramweer Kian, Akwel Pir, Go Aramweer, they come Yoko Chin, they come Yoko Pir, they come Yoko Nyam. That is the meaning of heritage. They come Chicha to go, even the Kewa to go, Lair to go, Jalapin to go, Kanami Yi Lagua, Udiakwa, Jalami Yokijam, Jalat Yoko of Tessin, Yoro Tessin, can in the heritage, or Yumyam Red. Types of heritage, real or tangible. Natural heritage, this encompasses the regions by biodiversity and natural features, including landscape, waterways, woodlands, and native life. Natural landscape, cultural, which is intangible. This includes tradition, custom, beliefs, values, music, dance, literature, and skills that are handed down through generations. Taman kake kakawin yogachen, yogachen din. Ayuku nokoi kwa, babu kebe nyamni kwa. Babu kami kwa ya kwa, ajan bika mungin, kubike ka lopi, kubike ka romo. All these help shape our identity and our heritage. All these help shape our identity and our heritage become part of what we are. Our expression of this identity shows others what value. It highlights our values and priorities. Our heritage provides clues to our past and how it evolved. It helps us examine our history and traditions and enable us to develop an awareness of ourselves. Kene dogo uruni ga kuyinga ugo andi ugo ke. It helps us understand and explain why we are the way we are. Heritage is a key store of our culture that plays an important role in our politics. Roll it up. In our politics, society, business, and worldview, it informs, influences, and inspires public debate and policy, both directly and indirectly. Aramweer enjoys a rich and diverse culture, reflected in its colorful dances, music, storytelling, proverbs, such as the Nyal, Boragar, Amoy, Madwen, Poitier, Kudum, Anyoda, Bore. For Bele, I actually requested my brother to give me about Bele, but he failed to give me. That's why I said before that, let me apologize prematurely. Though I also have my own rights, because I wanted to collect whatever necessary information so that it is also inclusive and embodied here. Our region further enjoys different natural landscapes such as Luan, or Root, Dog, Park, Bar, Roar, and Toy. These are the landscape that we have, the type of the landscape that we have. Now let's come to identity. Identity refers to our sense of who we are as individuals and as members of social groups. It also refers to our sense of how others perceive and label us. Identity na ego monjang nyeti yinga ni dandi so ne man ta identity to der monjang the nyeti ni kumu yinga. We develop ideas about our identities and the identities of others through our interactions with people close to us, like our family, friends, our schools, and other institutions, mass media, and our encounters with other individuals. Our ideas about our identity are also influenced by social groups to which we belong. This concept is called social identity. Social identity refers to your sense of who you are based on your membership in certain groups. While there are many social groups, some of the main ones include ability, age, economic class, ethnicity, gender, nationality. Language, race, religion, and sexual orientation. We are all born into social groups and we grow up. The sexual identities can stay the same or change. Our membership in these social groups help give meaning to our lives. Sometimes we have a choice about which social group we are associated with, and sometimes we get placed in groups we don't identify with. While our membership in social group is an important part of who we are, we still have an agency over how we define ourselves and what aspect of our identity we want emphasize over others. This concept is called individual or personal identity. Personal identity refers to the unique ways that you define yourself. One might want to roll up. No, down. Okay. I want to emphasize their family, religion, and interests when describing their identity. Kwako ali biroda nyuo kweke ali biroda nyuo families kena ne manu kwaje chol ngem manu kwaje chol kan wala o wae kwaje kante timin long to pen no pana mada titiraro rane rote ne kukiete so kene identity rane biroda ne chol ngem and if you can a different person may emphasize their race, neighborhood, and job as important parts of who they are. Your personal identity consists of all the things you believe make you what you are. Down. Okay. Why is identity important? It was Identity is important because it provides a sense of self-belonging. You know the yinga, we yin and yinga, we and gomu, we yin kumazato, and continuity, which are crucial for psychological well-being. It is also essential for social and legal participation, allowing individuals to access rights and responsibilities. Go ahead. And distinguish themselves from others in society. A strong identity helps with the decision making and navigating life, opportunities and challenges. Identity from our perspective. Identity along the KO, in Canada Longton, in Indian Guru, in Canada Longton again. Helping thoroughly examine the meaning, the scope, and the power of identity for each and every individual, it is incumbent on us as members of Aramweer community that we present ourselves in accordance with our valued identity that attracts respect, recognition, and reciprocal appreciation and consideration from others. We must always remain being valuable and not just available. طبعا الفرق بين being valuable and available. Available the better best, لكن valuable the better مهم. أكيد better best اللي the better مهم بده ينزل. Not just available within the social and political group. Our identity should act as a guiding star that leads us to our destiny, vision, and purpose. It should act as a compass, charting our direction, the destiny, and the solution, and or mitigative mechanism to the challenges encountered as we move. Our identity must be remarkable, distinguishable, resonant, and attractive to others. Tien nyeto, lazim biya rere kuwin ke kwajida, ya biya kuwanyi, nyingu ke kwajida. Ane rani inga kene, ko rani nyi kwajida, ya rani tidage ye. Kunari rani tidage ye, nyingu ke kwajida. Nyi kuyen, ye inga zatu, kwa kuhai kwenye ligo. So it attracts others to you. We are duty bound to rehearse, rediscover, and redefine our lost identity and reignite its power, its status, rank, and vibrancy. Our identity should reclaim, repossess, revive, redeem its denied position, and pursue the path of greatness, influence, impact, and prominence. So, go ina, without mukake, go to go to ina, go to Gumuyo totine, gumuyo ka mehim, ubuga mehim mandi. Nano kitima, kalau nak itu wahai, kita tu goping, kiatin. Our identity has ever portrayed us as a social political force to reckon with, a useful asset and a tool for construction, but not a liability or a laughing stock. It is vividly and evidently recorded in the oral history and documentaries that our identity played a crucial role in fostering social norms, beliefs, traditions that enhances relations and operations within a given society and their neighborhood and their neighbors. Our identity must always sound louder, hit harder, head clearer, impact wider and broader. So kita about the need to get no. So need the last to be a good being red to get in a red to get in to win the Nanki Roy. What if you are red? No. Let's go and leadership. Leadership nice on one young Benema. You can already. Leadership is the ability to guide and inspire others who are achieving a common goal. A good leader sets a clear vision and helps for people work together as a team. Leadership is not just about giving orders, it is about listening, understanding, and supporting others. Great leaders show honesty, confidence, and kindness, which builds trust among their teams. They know how to handle challenges calmly and find solutions that benefit roll up. That benefit everyone. So more more ya win we get ko we clear low the win ko and they more about. Leadership also involves motivating people, encouraging their strengths, and helping them grow. Leadership perlu bakor bakaya way bakaya chejau bakaya bakaya tuai mimpi ara jubennya tuai mimpi no coba ecil. Anyone can be a leader no matter their role as long as they take responsibility and care for others. A leader leads by example, showing hard work, respect, and fairness in their actions. A strong leadership creates a positive environment. People feel valued and are motivated to give their best. It is a skill that improves with practice, patience, and willingness to learn. Leadership is not a rank, it is not position. Leadership is a decision. Leadership, okay. Wrap up. So can more. You more thing. When we are more mean, when we are low more. You wrap up. Pull up. Okay, let's learn from history of leadership. Here, I have taken 4 examples of the lessons we have learned in our societies. I may be biased or I may be genuine. So I will not be reading because time is already running out. So about the leadership here, I have selected the 4 that I could memorize or remember. The 4 people, the 4 elders, the 4 heroes of our communities. One of them is Gonanok, who resisted the Turco Egyptian colonization and slavery. Anglo, yes. Anglo-Egyptian. The second one is This is somebody I also remember. The third one is Dina Adam, he wrestled with the Kawaja in the river, trying to drown Kawaja. But Kawaja also was strong enough, so he was not able to be drowned, and he was able to recognize Dina Adam because he had a big ring in his hand. Dina Adam was arrested and taken to Port Sudan, subjected to hard labor, and he died there as a result. The fourth one, and the greater one, is our uncle, Golden Water Man, who led the Nile provisional government. Go ahead. Go ahead. Still go ahead. Okay. In Anyanya one also we have our people who participated effectively and efficiently. We all know them, those who contributed effectively in Anyanya one. Coming to the SPLA also, we have those officers who also participated and contributed effectively in the pursuit of the liberation war. One remarkable group that I would want to mention here is our officers from Aramweer who were handling the signal unit that included the interception unit. That interception unit was generating the information, the intelligence on which major decisions were based and major plans were based or anchored. And the victories achieved were actually associated to that, the intelligence that was generated through the interception. The names are withheld, but the officers and men who were responsible for this department, most of them were from Aramweer. Therefore, their contribution was very immense and important. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go to the recommendation now, the final. Okay, come down. Come down. A bit. Okay, what are the necessary actions needed? What do we need now to do as community of Aramweer? Having been enlightened, educated, informed, and reminded of who you were, how you developed, and contributed efficiently and remarkably in the processes of human development throughout ages, it is imperative, necessary, and duty-bound to redefine, rediscover, and reassure yourself that your identity, your heritage, identity, and manifestation of your leadership ability is intensely required now more than ever before. Nevertheless, roll out. In order to achieve the desired status, quality, and valuableness, not the mere availability, the following actions are recommended for immediate consideration as tabulated below. 1. Reawakening and rehancing our heritage, power, and strength through systemic social education on the best practices necessary for the present and future generations. Number 2. Reawakening and rekindling the spirit of leadership that existed in our elders. 3. Realigning ourselves with the values, cultures that instill sense of self-belief, self-belonging, self-esteem, and integrity. 4. Improve on the cultures and practices that help enhance discipline within our youngsters. 5. Conduct periodic training sessions on cultural dances, music, and poetry. 6. Leadership training, conduct leadership training sessions with the emerging future leaders. 7. Encourage and inspire our local and native administration to maintain, promote, and protect our heritage sites, shrines, and cultural sites against erosion, invasion, and destruction. Thank you so much. And God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Malana, Honorable General, for that very eloquent presentation. It indeed is an eye-opener. Now there is an announcement from the protocol before we continue.
Thank you very much. My name is Mabor, Korean head of protocol. Yeah, I want to announce something which is very important. All of us, we recognize you, and you are very important to us, sons and daughters of the state. When you are passing, please go to the but I do a deep here because of the coverage. Thank you very much. Okay. So you look, I think it is better we put the light on, right?
Now let me welcome my brother. Yeah? Yes. As I welcome my brother, Daniel Chada, he will be the moderator for the panel based on the presentation of Bonoche. I would like to first give this opportunity to the patron and also the guest of honor, they want to give us some small guideline on how we may need to proceed, and then we will continue.
Amen. Want to moderate thank you, we may not that to go Karaka because make Hote in Moses was a before. Because Moses, the book joke. I want to you are very quite bad. You know, malaria, when I don't know, fine, when you're on the again. One, you have to learn justice. The young con, you will find, yeah, that you will charge. When I got petrol the day, petrol and go come and go back, I can't go there. But you need Bible, you'll be a catapult, and I'll pay you to catapult. When I don't tell you when to him, I lack. Create you creating a band, don't think a lot of catapult, but yeah, open thing at the great people below. Here I'm going to the many words, make a presentation. Below it, in very acquainted, we cover the points to grow here one. What I think then, again, liquid. What you do, liquid. The way get liquid. The technology of quick a call for that. When you make your put the government, I had a job going on the court, or for that rent. In our government, you event to low point. Young people, they come government. With the road, they come government. Where over that body, the bad body, ignore. There, they will not again. Kan kita buatkan kan kita nak kasih dia tu. Dia nak kita kan kita ini no. Dan mandi jalan lah. Mandi jalan lah. Kalau mandi jalan, cukup kalau berjalan. Aramweer. Aramweer, very white man can put it into wrong. And they can, they are Aramweer. When you give up the pot, the king is not being land. Not being land. Go over a pot, put a pot. You keep the legs. Legs in land. You want to go to the legs. Có một vài giảm là những năm bên thì không có đi chỗ bên kia là cái legs in land. Đã những land mà cái the legs. Thế mà cứ để coi cái làm bên rồi nó cái gì là cái gọi legs, cũng phải cho legs. Có vài giảm là legs là cái keyboard, là cái gì rồi, là cái legs, là cái magic, là cho legs. Kan itu Aramweer, administrative, people legs in land. ya ko jor ti ya wel ko je tan ko na
What am I going to say?
me ka ki
Huh? Again, what am I going to say?
are you saying that
Huh?
later
I think you can speak later after we
I
finish.
figured that.
Yeah, later.
Okay.
very well you can go or ke ya ke
First thing, I will congratulate for your intervention, and protocol is observed. Kita maju jauh juga more than 2 hours maju jauh. Ia Gabriel itu sedang. Kita maju dua word yang mampu present the virtual, which are discussions. Apologies for that omission. Yeah, for the next 1 hour and a half or something, 1 hour, a discussion can be a big paper presented to enrich the presentation, because kind of intellectual forum, we stick to the points and we enrich the paper, and the presenter have an opportunity been taking notes. طبعا we are property of the Aramweer Intellectual Forum. In presentation, let me call on the panelists discussants. Some changes have been made while we are here, because I think 2 of the discussants are not around for some reasons. But we will have a plenary. So take note that we'll have a plenary in which presentation Mr. Ding Mador, former GOP chairperson in Cuba, you can come and take your place there. Let us welcome him. Let us welcome also Mr. Jirkwe Baringa Yuan. Let us welcome him. And also let us welcome, last but not least, Honorable Adam Costa, the chair lady or chairperson of the SPLM Women League. You're welcome. So that makes the 3 of them. And just to summarize, paper G Maulana, I'm happy that you also announced yourself in a TikTok graduate, that you stuck to the Maulana title in this function. Yeah, so Maulana, more Wujuk, a latest state from the epistemological definition of the name, which is well borders to Lake State, which is well quite Lake State, with the apology that information is a feedback by long Wulu. Which is a long legacy, not quite culture, but not heritage, but not identity, as well, tangible identity, which is well identity serves as a social political force, and that is an important note to be taken, how it has been unfolding. Chijamaya long leadership, or attributes of leadership, article lessons learned, also article recommendations, including redefining and rediscovering our identity, and the need to reclaim that identity, and the need for training, and the need for keeping the values and cultures. Now, the panelists, because of I will give you each of you 5 minutes. Berana ben nyata, asan dua tiga penting ayat, asan berana yang quite naive. So, comment on, we will focus on the paper and the lessons learned, and maybe a little bit of the way forward for the people of Aramweer. So let me call first on Deng Mador, the former chairperson of the Gok Community Association in Juba. Welcome.
And I take back there one second. So. Thank you very much. Professor, a lot has been covered by General Bor Woodchuck, and I would like also to thank the committee for giving me the opportunity to be part of the panels for this particular subject. Whatever I will add here is not a critique of the presentation, but it will be to enrich it. My senior comrade Bor Philip, he has talked about heritage. Heritage, Taban, as he has elaborated, we have got rich environments. If we talk of nature, Lake State is made up of what they call anion ecological zones. It is something that is rich in iron ore and other things, and it is agricultural productive land, and we are also blessed with huge timber resources in the area of woodland, elevated woodland, as well as low-lying zones that are very much one of the ecologically important zones. If we talk of, for example, we have what we call Shambay-Machara corridor to those who are conservationists in the wildlife sector. A DLI Captain corridor from Shambay going all the way, and a take north, long day upon among Pinton, take a Garubla, Ponto, and Machara. So it is a corridor that is identified nationally as part of the catchment of wildlife. So it is our resource, as has been mentioned earlier on. Our cultural heritage, and when in Chipwedi, egalitarian, we are not centralized. We don't have a centralized authority, traditionally speaking. I'm not talking politically, but traditionally we are an egalitarian society whose decision making are decentralized. For instance, a clan base somewhere does not need to consult or seek permission from another headquarters of a clan. Còn chọn phải tôi, cái gì này bạn đã cái đến của dân thì chỉ ta về, cái chỉ lừa gan quân thuyền là gì có phải nhận nhỉ? Cái bên nhau muốn cái bộ này cái quần cá rồi, cái đến decide của dân thì that means that an egalitarian society that seek no permission from any centralized authority as far as the tradition is concerned. That's one aspect. Our livestock also, I will by allocating in our hands in form of marriages and other things. You acquire, you will acquire resources of the land. That is why the woman can run. But in our culture, you will walk around by here and over and dark and you can be our own to. So in our traditional set, wong I think now you open to my Kajinian with Bamui love jump, below jump, Kapata, what in our Mutukan, might have been a part of our background. Now, no better identity, just in the interest of time, I will try it a bit. I don't want to be repetitive to some of the points the General has mentioned, is that the language of the Sikh communities of Lake State, identity speaking, we are Sikh as mentioned. And these Sikh, at least 4 of them, I Dinka. The other one, I and Dinka, according to a word, they don't define themselves as Dinka, I Rail. So Rail community, a part of the Sikh, we have Bailey, a part of the Sikh. And then we have Agar, we have Sheikh, we have Aliam, we have Gok. These are the group. And we are differentiated in identity through our initiation marking. Okay, where is the origin or genesis of this? We don't know. But it is an accepted practice that has been there and is doing it doesn't reach our cultures. It can get right. Our you are the word keeping them earlier. In a 90 Gordon, but I have a problem. I put you in 1991, California, or Kenya, but keeping the other one fair, 91. But I want to interrogo, they are jump, so it's just an example of advantage. So it can add to recommendation that go no go point the keep no liya ko kada chan bi cho ko ni jara ni happen. Otherwise traditionally speaking ke dan pa de collectivist and occasional collective non-religious Martin broken leg. One of the people who have studied Native American Indian, I know individualist culture, which are collective culture. Collective culture does occupy more of the third world countries, more of Africa, everywhere. We have we are duty bound to have a collective obligation. I know nothing for a young child. Kuna kukui loy, karena bulan yang mana di luar kan, pada bayu tak dia tidak ada yang ngopi. Kuna individualist culture di Western world, ini di mana ada kaji bantu, bala bantu kaji nala rayu berlubang. Mana ini jauh soal jalan. Kan our pride identity dah. Ini mana wamun, mana jiran dulu, yang mantu. Nah yuk dong kuyok bawa kudet. Kalau batat teror ke dia ada kualat, lalu minum kue loy ke dalam mana. Bagian kita kecil. Land is our collective obligation to safeguard our culture and heritage. So, one positive aspect we will maintain a challenge open in the modernity. Can you go in a way that we're in the world across the board at Japan? Japan be the only young and the only. Well, I'm a clear pay, we need to know you can see any mandulation. Lucky night, you know, by the adopted aware. KMS internalize the society, and therefore they will stop misbehaving and the delinquency among the children will be minimized. It's something that we recommend overall trend. Finally, to leadership. Again, I'm very conscious of time. My colleague, leadership, we have two sides. Lake State has always proudly discharged leadership in the traditional values. Bang quan tại rồi các kia cho bang, ai yêu quan, kia là nhiều bài bang, chỉ bài bang là nhiều bài bang, nhiều là có nhiều cái bang cũng lúc cả mọi người đều chưa quên được, còn là về làm cho cũng giảm học phần năng lượng bao nó cái là thiên nhiên thế. Một đề là lấy những cái chuyện thì trên đây là cho nhìn tên là cha là chỉ thiên là chỉ đa rồi. Mà nó cái chi bài cái chia bài như thế này, rồi nếu bài như vậy rồi, era nào có coi gì cả biết mua để lấy một tiền lớn mình nào coi. So thế là chi bài cái chia bài, nào thua cái theo ông xia, cũng phải nhận nằm luôn đi chọn, tại vì họ cái giá vé bên cái măng rắn đó, bên cái giỏi chắc các cái rắn cũng như mà các cái traditional contact of leadership, nhiều bộ coi như Lake State, lần đến ban của ai bài cái bài, ai chia cái bài, chân ba cái chuyện này, vì thế bây giờ là quá but it is not an assault on anybody, but we are talking here culturally. And then, over here, advance in allowing our women, I took a that empower. New labor that they are late, I think that they are powerful. I think what kind of topic is another element that the Boga proud, whether traditionally or in town. Boga no issue, but no one thing.แต่chứ có các khu mà bên áo quần tiệp Paramount chip chứ bài khu bên của chứ tệ ya có cái là tên của cái nào im mà đã bèo cũng còn chứ to rồi là nhà quán của chứ to là nhà thuốc bảy tệ của quán nào nhiều quán để chứ tuần quán nào in Victoria now in that thì cái cũngจะเลิกregion quán là bom nhà mình nhà đang lên từ tệ chứ là thằng này ra của nó không nên nhà của anh chị dia wan kilo tay ở bờ cái dia nào cái bè cái quỷ bên lôi quan ông dia có cái cái vậy chắc cái win là đồ đi để ra cái lên lưng bị cái nào lên tờ chứ bên này cho ta một chuyện chính dụng cái nó tờ cái này chỗ này các cái part of our culture go Lake State cái therefore we book your recommendation we have to encourage collective obligation in looking after our children. That's one aspect we should not give it up. And then we will also encourage the spirit of bank by bank, which is by bank. Mangara mau tổ cái chi cần, chả có coi lên cái tổ cái chi cần, cái chữ nào thì chúc là được đi.
Thank you very much, Ding Mador. Point general cái bank. I found it in one of the books about anthropology. The title of the book, I don't remember the writer, but the title is Stateless Societies. Stateless Societies. The assumption is that people believe societies that have no government in their history, they don't have a state. So I found the same ideas, I found it, and this is a study about the societies in Brazil. And Peru and all these, very far from us, but their thinking is almost identical. I said, these are lost Incas, or we came from what is happening here? So that is a very interesting thing. Thank you very much for bringing up the issue of women, because we tend to really overlook the contribution of women in our societies. And this is a very, very important point that we enrich the paper. Thank you very much for bringing that up. Let me go to the next, Mr. Yirkwe. Oringa Nyuan, you're welcome. Let us welcome.
Protocol is observed, and I'm happy for my uncle, Lagos State Intellectual, it was a Aramweer Intellectual Forum. Of course, I got it, but my definition of intellectual, I am a person possessing a highly developed intellect of his society. Could I, a person possessing a high intellect of his society, you apply in the election to general representative then, Karen, a lot of knowledge about Lagos State heritage. Karen, a lot of knowledge about identity of Lagos State. Karen, a lot of knowledge about history of Lagos State. Which I believe 100%. Pada dia akhirnya kuna jadi pada diri kene kamu bukti kebuku buat jual intellectual bulagur dia kan degree jual yang itu one consequence organizer itu juga banyak anong bunga jual intellectual society by one America jual soal I'm going on my Facebook account. My presentation, the chair on my Facebook, or the chair on the WhatsApp group with Aramweer on there. I really like to knowledge, ability, and courage to pursue it for the benefit, for the good benefit of this society. Quite very intellectual, a very restless. A very Tiji kwa jwa wuli kwa jwa kwa la wuli. Kaje wuli kwa jwa tiri transi ke wuli kwa jwa tiri ya tiji wal dokter ke la ite. Kali tak kaje ke ite kwa lo kitiu kiyo kwa hote ke tiji kwa jwa tiri won kwa la hote la ite. Intellectual what did they do? And now you apply to this. Who don't time one? The panel is composed by the Bukam put a multi law in 1964, 1970s, 1950s. You could know Bukama. I give a jam, I don't know here. Intellectual. Achi, you know, there are interviewing San Suu Kyi, Tanzania. When you quote the bay, quote intellectual, or you quote it, exactly that's the word intellectual is. I'm intellectual. A giant stable, that is status quo. Because there is a way of the whole area. Because the key chapter of the Galita will be by that friend in the get alone. Then, but in the interest of time, Unayu Pudaman and Yak. Because you go point, Abo big theatre, going away. For quite a state. Kukunupa, Tadi, Gugu maintain, Guguna Gugu Pol. When the bell will keep technology back now to impress. I think okay. Yeah. And I think it will all my colleagues, which I have to because of interest of time, do good thing. War quite on leg state mentioned that 1954 or 1955, the way in I said that by enemy. The man Taraton, and I didn't go to the Baba, because they don't want to be a bombing. And I gave it. And now his leg state who was a good decoder. Yeah, you got quoting message that the signal. Who was the best committee now? That man similar demonstration for New Sudan. We are proposing for the committee. Okay? I have one news one. I will go take it. Then, I'm going to went to Australia. And then Australia 2015. And I went there, you know, in 1980. That what that means? They end with you when you attend to say the Lama, but I never did one. You might have a little. You might want money, but never make a little. So we are losing our history. Now, with Bible American or our government found in this organization. You will put that command area. Like a lawyer, couldn't the cricket man get by the pin, or the media, at the big die, without getting Uncle Bayon, you professor, but a top die. And young from the column. What do you to pay them? When I told you to be in a group, one then, the rule of boy, you can get boy the Gina. Would you go back to our government? You are. Continue with what you will, a platform rule pointed. Equina, Equina. Come on, go pray at the Gomaku for a government. Can Yankai and Tinako, or Professor Gotti, or Yankai and Naka, go to the Mutter, Daniel Mutter, and in my report the land. So, Waburu to Burundi the Queen. Finally, my leg, on the right. Go by leg is taken, number one double, a lot. The leg is taken, put the light on which, where to McKin, a marriage, who a lot, or was in the money. To don't type it, a leg is taken down, but I'm not our. The day was in well, and I was in the money. Lord, and one I think mother leg said that Jim Jared Liu on me quite copy by ready, quite on, but I ready. They can say that, but with that, quite with your back. So, who you look for the lawyer, the Queen, it's now a core or intellectual, the robot took it. Quite true to when I got told that I come. We could be neat and a finger, the doorway. Here I'm going to go out of religion.
Well, although it's a little bit controversial, but let me emphasize that this is a platform, and a platform doesn't claim ownership. We have to establish that. Platform doesn't claim ownership of any truth, and truth does not reside with specific people or a specific generation. Because the platform is where it facilitates. So even what you are saying is a facilitation of this continuous process. Number two, this is just the beginning, because we are just scratching the surface. We are going to have a longer and longer debates. And I had wanted, maybe I wished Aliyah, who is here, we were called by the Rift Valley Institute. And the Rift Valley Institute assigned Aliyah with other 2 or 3, and they went all over the Agar land, and interviewed every living chief and every living storyteller. And we have all the records with the Rift Valley Institute. And a book is going to come out containing all those summaries of all those stories. And that is something that is going to appear on the internet, on the libraries, everywhere in the world, about systematically connecting that. And this is the intergenerational dialogue that we are looking for. So again, let us push for that book to come out. It's a very important kind of work, and we were asked to look into what is being there, including David Knock, including Adak Costa. So that book is coming out, and it will be open for more input from anyone here. So that is contributing to what Jirkwe has been saying. So let us, I don't want to take the platform, let me call on Honorable Adak Costa to say a word on this.
Thank you, Comrade Chadat. I will not take much time. Of course, my colleague was supposed to be here, my boss, but he's not there, so I'm coming in to fill the gap. So I was not prepared earlier. But my nature, when people ask me about my nature, my profession, my everything, I always refer to myself as a woman activist. Even if you wake me up at midnight and ask me about woman, I would not look for reference to do some reading. It is already running in my blood as a woman activist. I acknowledge the protocol in place. I take the opportunity to greet Honorable Madam Justice. Has been a while, so I greet you and all of you. I acknowledge the protocol. Of course, there are also women leaders in the room. I acknowledge them. My sister, Dr. Anip Majorajut, Dr. Rosa Jacosta, and the rest of my daughters behind that. This is our time. I am representing all of you. By the way, the book is so nice. Comrade Philip, both, it's not easy to write a book. And always people focus on identity. There's a small booklet we read when we were under training of judiciary by Morana Mado and the rest. The book was written by late Justice. It was talking also about identity. I read that book long ago. Recently also another book about who are we, the Aramweer. Comrade Joseph Chadar has spoken about that book, and actually I want to add my voice that let that book be out in the shelf so that people can read. And now to say my few remarks, I apologize also. I didn't focus on the sequence of the book. Made chilonia kwa jabe jam to mwanja, and kija prota pe mabote kiti chagade, but kati chagati ajati from women perspective. But the way Bogole came around with, which we will discuss and age. Comrade Agog, in a challenge forum can establish with your colleagues. We all have a rotten, Leano Chinchia quite a so in Chile, Comrade Agog and the team who found this forum around the intellectual forum. Conference, we below joint conference, intellectual conference in Lake State, Zaman Governor Wenako, where children can to draw in a beach world. And then I honorable, I want to go take care of organizers. So when children got Banachol, could coach, I keep a lot of complaints. Our watch and all matter. By the way, I get child intellectual. Anyway, a good element definition yesterday I was talking with my sister Dr. Rose Ujabe. The term intellectual, Kachira no ikide quite care. I would be a clear definition rather than could internet Kajame intellectual and now in a Chibara intellectual. A quite good intellectual, a quite Chiban Medina, intellectual, a quite good by thought abroad, intellectual and definition they will check clear quite. All of us want to fit in the term intellectual. But the forum is so good. Our forum can have facilitated actually now where we could discuss with finance the group could be growing. Coming to leadership and focus on the leadership from the board. Achenya got leadership one come by to do I pan. The theater or garon the lad quite trader, quite I pan get by my watch a pan which I get John Pan who get a panka, a man through inheritance. Kitting that by Martin in Pan Panwanja, a tung the mango, a tung mandu, an element of training. A check one night here, John in a dark barber pen. Quay chỉ trang training cao như thế này có cuốn ngồi của nhà rồi của ga rồi em bây giờ là mình đến chung ngồi từ mình trên đây trang kề em bây giờ mắc cái mấy cái nào bây giờ mỏng coi đi it was a training on job now có lên bao nhiêu inherited cái gì tiêm mạnh cỡ but the problem of leadership now là này ban tin cái chế prepare bây giờ bên bên những cái kursi thì này chế point về to leadership là leadership is another style also the way ban jam thina bit today China mentioning the tools with heritage taban trust aka ban to go luyện của go mình trên cái tiêu thina good book parliament I trust that ko ni ina chi trust taka mention ban I tools error cái lu cái mục cái tools quan dia rawa bi ka matnia Aga ni wong bang na mo chen kine ko ka ben ka ni trust la no lu ko ko tu ala ni yin le yi do ko so ko ga pu abu English ba de no yi ka thong ko to la ka mo ta ke san ko trust ba de ya bi ka ma de trust is because o ga e part of Aramweer forum cha na la ni ti ya ben ka bi ni ti ya ni o chen ka di o le ku ka di ko ko mo ka ta di ti ya ni tu bi ka ma trust. Nale ben definition Aramweer ni aja lotu. Alang zaman dah kio kam bodon kini ben aku makanya dalam kian. So bopas mahandis jodong orang suggesting book describe Aramweer. Shanbi display betiar binyar buat checking pat. Orang cakap benar benar buka buat Aramweer. Definition ni kini Aramweer describe kalau neighbors depan kujaga Aramweer. Chief Professor Justice the Hijab Canadian, the way they told around with a good meant, I think a clear answer. But the chief and the work at you wrong thing. In said Paul. A children now will get a robotin, Gala he want told your who want told a book, who want told put your eye group of legs, the Vatican you put and would identify a big legs cardi. I will well in the book. Tiên riêng in Aramweer cái legs ka dik cái mà trên này chỉ này cho Aramweer cái lu cái identify by names ai chỉ bia pio chứ nó cũng được ai cái đấy ai chẳng biết lo phải ta because ai chỉ cái bên này là bài cái đó mà cái bút cái gì đó có từ đến cái Aramweer cái chia cái ewan nharun ewan amok cho cũng đôi chiến biết cái gọi là Bắc Nam thì cái biết cái mention in the book của mình đấy là trong nguyên còn bài lâu trụ cái nguyên cả cái chia cái bài finally ban nguyên sẽ ra chiếu chụp book of Padarich cái là we below book but kuta officials asan bimi ti trajen ga biga quên today the media yin ka telephone cho lu cái tin tai correct asan Benjamin Kasha ka pe ko ai ka ti pat ka ta sin so the Aramweer Belina to be wise, be a can book, you display with an library Aramweer, going to be me that you think, work away, being Aramweer. My recommendation can apparent, but a good unity. Bind the arena to Yingana Chidor to pay by, so Kinan a base, night and chat. By Bajan, west to east, south, north, cái chuyện cái trò này chung cái tiền chỉ ra chung biết nó có unity ra mặt lẽ nó without unity cũng có cả Aramweer cái này chỉ là chuyện unity của nó về bây giờ cái mà quân nhà của nó cho ra nhà của thằng pi của nhà rồi so vậy có qua nhà Aramweer với message về cái unity về chat cái bạn nào về nhà Aramweer cái về sao về cái statement we are united when you need to say united cultures one but are accommodative. I read on Kichika Waya by because cultures were accommodative. Uganda Liga Among the because I did that to Maroi, Nalo, and I'm buying a joint Julio, who got a quite hope to get chucked by Kimadoi. So cast as what about who come on, I could lower. Anything about Janvi, but we got an around for a chicken, but well, Lanwana Kiradil, but the name, and least. In a Chawel company, then Matok, to form me and the chin and the Aramweer, because Malwan, Kujala politics, I took to that second day to second
and I think they have indeed reached the presentation that was made by Malama or when your moderator is here, maybe allows you to go.
Yeah, sorry, I was having a conversation with the elders here. The program seems to be long and we need to compromise some of the aspects later after tea break. There are questions that we need to identify, redefine the question and debate about intellectual and who is intellectual and all this. This will be kind of endless debate. Even in the West, it is a continuing debate, so we cannot have definite answers, defining answers and who is intellectual, who is not intellectual in our context of Lake State. But let us keep it as a forum of thinking. حتى في الترجمة باللغة الفرنسية واللغة الإنجليزية واللغة العربية في التباسات كثيرة جدا. فالترجمة الأفضل في اللغة العربية مش المثقفين، لأنه دخلوا الكثير في مشاكل كثيرة. الترجمة الصحيحة في اللغة العربية هي المفكرين. وده الكلام اللي قاله جيركو يجيبه الناس اللي بيكرسوا أنفسهم عشان يقعدوا يفكروا. Then us find their own interest. An intellectual has no interest. What he's thinking about is not his own ambition. What he wants is for the general and the good benefit of everybody. If anyone is self-interested, then he's a politician. So, an intellectual is nearer to an advocate and activist. He is just dedicated to think. And it's not necessarily a political scientist. He can be anyone who is dedicating his time to thinking. And this is what we are looking for. We come from different walks of life. We call you, you're a legal person, let us think about this. And you dedicate time to think about it, give us solution for everybody. This is what we mean, simply people. But okay, thank you very much. Now, thank you very much. Let us clap for the panel. And we will have a tea break for 5 or 10 minutes. We will call you back. And then for the paper, if you want to have 1 or 2 questions for the paper, and the purpose is to enrich the paper later, please, we will give you a chance to speak 1 minute. And then I will give the others a chance because they would have heard every question that you have raised on this paper. Thank you very much. The protocol organizers for the tea break.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Joseph. Thank you very much, all the members of the panel. We are finished now with the first panel discussion, and we're going to go to the next session. But before that, we'd like to extend our apologies to those who came late, and we never had time to recognize you. Among them is Dr. Mutula Ten Mujib. He just graduated a week ago with his PhD from the University of Juba. Dr. Matur, we are really blessed, and this is your home. Welcome. We also recognize a PhD student, Joseph Kulmabur. He's doing his PhD now at the University of Juba. And Dr. Kidienda is around here. Has been the Director General in the Ministry of Health. We also have the Press Secretary in the Office of the Vice President, General Taban Dengai. Amanyel Cook is around. We have Otiano Awanmolo from the National Electoral Commission, though he comes here at his personal capacity as a member of the AI. We also have 2 lecturers, Ustaz Muntaiman from University of Juba, and Ustaz Hote Aramweer. We also have Ustaz Engineer Quick Mayor Coach, and we have Wednesday Joseph, the chairperson of Bele Community in Juba, is also around with us, and Charles Bedri, the managing director of Bele Bank in Juba. Thank you very much for coming, and we're going to conclude by inviting our musicians. They have composed a very nice song for Aramweer Election Forum, and these are led by Professor K. When we reached out to him, Professor K, we considered him both as a member of the AIF and also a member of the artist community. So he mobilized some of the artists from our community, from Lake State, and they composed a very good song for AIF. So we're going to welcome them in the next 5 minutes to sing for us this song, and then we'll go for a tea break, and then we'll come back. Molana, Bora Yachek, lecturer from University of Juba, will also welcome you. We heard that you are around here behind. Thank you very much, Professor K. Professor K, you can come forward and introduce all your artists. I'm seeing a lot of them behind there. Introduce them and give us the very good break.
Hello. I'm happy about being over here today. Có nhiều dòng chiếc gió, dòng đời lâu chạy xe. Why do you call it jam? Why do you call it sport? Musical form, buộc ra là cái gì? Na beli ubah na pun saya jam ya kami na ubah jam. Bicu bicu yo kelam je dah tak pun. Muda beli long beli cuci kan. Jadi tu ni. Ada siapa ni? Muan. Imperial Plaza sekali dulu ini. Dia cukup jam dia Aramweer lepas. Intellectuals, I find. Aku namanya intellectuals, by began up with a moral. Meaning that quite a quick agar terjun by what and the what in the here going to change the So this is all about the song. Change the do and I'm ready to go sing up. Ye man chepet. And I'm ready to the warrior. Ye man yeru. We are man agar. You didn't come wrong. I'm not quite going to go by your name. That's your time. That community is already become mine. The world we have to sing a bucket. And the way I go, the reduction of the million. Don't give it by Ben. I don't think talk about anything. We have to organize its presence.
Thank you, Professor. We really appreciate that. We need to learn that one and we can say with you. Let's go take tea. The songs are playing while you take your tea. Just take 10 minutes and come back. Maybe 5 is enough.